are in Wyoming. Beautiful, sunshiny, green leaves still on the trees in some places. Oh wait, no, they're falling, but they're still there. Green grass, mountains, cows everywhere. Diesel likes that part. Diesel, you paying attention to the cows in Wyoming? I guess it was dark last night when we got here. You're gonna have such a good day, man. There's so many cows around here. Lots of cow farms, cattle ranches, horse ranches. We're headed west towards Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And what's this town called again that we're at? Shirlington, Shirleyville, Sheridan, Wyoming. Man, it's in Sheridan, Wyoming. On the I-90, and we're gonna be headed up through Montana, Idaho, and into Washington State. And I think we're gonna sleep in Washington State tonight and then cross into Canada tomorrow. I think that's the plan. Very exciting day happening. Gonna be lots of mountain scenery. Maybe we'll even see some wildlife. You never know. And we're off on another day. Oh, make ourselves comfortable. Oh, it's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be beautiful. I know it. I know it in here. I love the West so much. I love how wide open it is. All the big, slow inclines and downhills. You can see for miles around you, mountains in the background all the time. It's very hard to be grumpy and upset driving through the West. Horses up there yet? Diesel, you see those horses? Oh, he sees them. He sees them. It's gonna be a very exciting day for him. There's gonna be lots of four-legged creatures to look at. Maybe even bark at a little. We'll see if I let him. At our next fuel stop, whenever that'll be, I need to clean this window off. Got a little bit of bugs on it from yesterday, but hey, it just reminds us of how good of a day we had yesterday. It's too bad that all these bugs committed suicide on my windshield, but I can't control them. Not my problem. So not only do we got to pull into the port of entry or the scale when you enter Wyoming, you've also got to go in when you exit Wyoming a few hours down the road. Now we slept in between, but usually you drive right through here. You got to stop twice within the state on I-90 within a few hours and bring in your paperwork both times. I'll bet you, let's see, I'll bet you, I don't know what I'll bet you, but I'll bet you that they're going to pull me in and they're going to want to see my paperwork again, even though the same DOT did it at the other end of the I-90 in Wyoming already. You know what I mean? There's two scales. Let's see if they actually will, if they'll pull me in. All right, port of entry. I don't know why they call it port, it's a scale. Port of entry, I'm actually trying to exit your beautiful state, and you have already checked all my paperwork and I'm good to go. But just watch, they'll pull me in again. It's so annoying. Wyoming is the only place that I know of that does this every single time. And I want all of you who agree with me and who know this to go down below to the comment section and tell me if they ever let you through here or if they pay you. I mean, if they pull you in every time. See, they don't want to see me on the scale because I went over that preliminary scale, so they're letting me bypass. But this sign off on the right here is going to tell me to come inside. And look at this, every load that goes through, he's measuring him out. They measure every single oversized load. Meticulous about their craft here. So if you come through Wyoming with oversized freight, they will double check to make sure you're legal and that you have the proper permits. They will check. They'll get out there and measure every single time. Because they don't care about your schedule or your logbooks. You know, they don't care about the hours that you have to get to where you have to be. Oh, come on, pedestrian. I'm going to stop for you. Okay, I've already stopped for you and broke my momentum. Shoes on and go in there and show them my permits again. Again, you know. Because, you know, the first time they pulled me in yesterday on the other side of their state, they obviously don't communicate, so got to go in there and show them my fancy little binder here, showing that my truck is licensed, that it has insurance, that I have a driver's license that's valid, and anything else they want to know. Maybe what I'm hauling, bill of ladings. I don't know what they want to see. Let's go in there and find out, shall we? And let's be nice about it. Let's put a fake smile on our face and act like we actually want to be there talking to them. Can you imagine if every state's DOT was obnoxious as Wyoming's? Can you imagine every time you cross the state line or a provincial line in Canada, you had to spend, 15 to 30 minutes each time, whether you're crossing into the state or leaving the state, and then when you cross over the line, you got to do it again in the next state? Can you imagine if every state did this to every truck entering or leaving their state? How much time you would lose? I've said for quite a while that if I ever moved to the United States, I would move to the West. Somewhere out here in Montana, maybe Wyoming, Utah. I love it out here. It's just stunning. Beautiful. Wide open spaces. Great scenery. You got the mountain landscape in the background there. I think this is just the most beautiful part of the country out west. What is this, Belgrade, Montana? I think. Flying J, we're gonna grab ourselves some go-go juice here. This guy is illegally parked in the driveway, but he's got his park anywhere and get away with it flashers flashing, so he's all good. Oh wow, they have most of the pumps closed. Oh, good thing it's not busy. Yeah, look at this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. They have half of them closed. Okay. Interesting. Old school. Look at this. What are we, back in Canada? Old school. Nice. Even Canadian Flying J's are updated from this style already. Time for an upgrade here, Montana. So we went ahead and had our 30-minute break here. I am now all good to go for the next 8 hours. I have 6 hours, 22 minutes of driving available, 8 hours and 6 minutes available on my 14-hour day. Though those last 6 minutes would be useless to me unless if I stop for another half hour between now and then. Just thought of that. But oh well, 6 hours, 22 minutes left. And I want to make it at least another 4 hours. Oh yeah, we'll be good. We're doing good. All right. Let's get this thing going here. Everything's in place. Lights are on. Release the brakes and let's go. I don't need to tell my e-log that I'm going to start driving now. It'll automatically turn on itself. But I do need to tell it what I'm doing when I stop. Otherwise, it'll just leave me on duty not driving. You know what I mean? It'll eat away at my 14-hour day and at my 70-hour clock. So as long as you stay on top of the e-log, I got no problem with it. Like I actually still really like it. 3.5 days into using it, I really like it. I'm still waiting for the day when it's going to get in my way. It'll come yet, but I like it. All right, give her.
Drive 10 kilometers onto Crabbit Lane.
Or no, I'm going this way, Mandy. Yeah, she'll get it in a second. This way is shorter. See, I can get on the freeway right here. starting to get into a little bit more of the Rockies here. The Rockies aren't as big on this side of the border in this place here as they are in Canada. I know they're bigger in Colorado as well, I believe. But the Rocky Mountains going through British Columbia on the Trans-Canada are huge, huge. And they only get bigger as they go into Alaska. US West Coast has 2 mountain ranges. They have the Rockies and the Cascade Mountains. Canada, we just have the Rockies. The Cascades end, well, I don't know where they end. What, Oregon or something? Washington, I think? I don't know. But the scenery is starting to get better. The only bad thing is that the sun is also going down. We have another 5 hours we're going to be driving yet, so by that time we'll be over the Rockies, I'm pretty sure, into Washington. Well on our way towards BC, but the next few days we'll definitely get to see a lot of mountains. Because we got to get out of BC one way or another, right? And I'm guessing, I have no confirmation on this whatsoever, but I'm guessing I'll probably be either picking up a load in Delta, BC, around Vancouver there, or in Kelowna, BC, more in the interior. And obviously headed east, because you can't go any further west than BC. So either way, we've got to come back through the Rockies. And there's a good chance I might be going back through the Canadian side. But who knows? I love coming through here on the American side, though. The roads are so much better. So much better. 4-lane divided, you know? If you catch up with someone going slower than you, you just go around them. It's magical. It's amazing. It's revolutionary. Except when people sit right beside you and you can't get into that lane. Like this guy. There you go. Now you hit the gas. All right, there you go. See what I'm doing? I either have more horsepower than these guys on my right, or my load is lighter. I'm just gonna assume I have more horsepower because it makes me feel better. We are climbing fast too. My ears are popping. Woo! Yeah, we are going up, up, up. We are over 1,700 meters in the air right now. That means we're over a mile in the sky. That means we're about 5,300 feet in the sky right now. I'm gonna get past this little motorhome here. Excusez-moi. Canadian coming through. Excuse me. Real horsepower coming through here. Excuse me. There we go, there we go. Past him. I'll let the four-wheelers pass that were behind me. Just amazing, amazing place out here. And I can't believe how many people are crammed onto the east coast of the country when the west coast is by far a more beautiful place to be. But maybe that's because there's not as many people here. So if everybody would crowd into this section of the country, it wouldn't be as nice. I don't know. Guess it depends on how you feel about it. Personally, I like it the way it is now. One of the things I like about living in Western Canada is that there's less people. Idaho! Idaho, all right. The foggy ho. A little foggy up here tonight on Mountain Pass, coming into Idaho here. A little bit of construction too. The long downhill here. There's a little foggier on the other side on the uphill, but what can we do? Welcome to Idaho. Idaho. That's that. That's a day. It's a wrap. It's done. We are in Post Falls, Idaho. Just on the Idaho side of Spokane, Washington. I think they're sort of the same city, sort of part of Coeur d'Alene. Then there's Post Falls and Spokane. This general area here at the Idaho-Washington border on I-90. We are 700 kilometers from our destination. We're going to do that tomorrow. With good highway driving, that would be 7 hours, just straight driving. Plus, you know, traffic, stops, way stations, inspections if I get any, border crossing, got to cross the border. So 700 kilometers would be 7 hours of just straight driving. I'm gonna say 8.5 hours to get there, but to be safe, I would allot 9 hours. Gives me 2 hours to play with. I might even go as far to say 10 hours. That way I have time to stop, rest, stretch my legs, and not be in a rush. So 10 hours, and we'll be there tomorrow. Should be there tomorrow around supper time, I'm thinking. And then, oh, probably a little after supper. As long as I'm there before 9 p.m. Pacific, then my clocks will all be good to go at 8 a.m. Oh wait, in Canada, I only have to stop for 8 consecutive hours before I can drive. Oh. I have to deliver at 8 a.m. Which means that I could possibly wake up or get there as late as, let's see, 8 a.m., 12, 11:30. 11:30 to 12 is the latest I can get there and still deliver my freight legally if I can park right at the customer. 11:30, and then I would be ready to go for 8. Excuse me. I read your comments. I heard you don't like my belching. I worked hard on those for you. Why didn't you like them? I could do better. You want to hear? Diesel, you have been a champion today. A champion, a good boy, a really, really good boy. Yeah. Man, couldn't ask for a better partner in the truck here, buddy. You've been watching those e-logs like a hawk to make sure I didn't go over. Good boy. I ended today with 28 minutes left on my 11-hour clock. 10 hours from now, I'll be good to go. I might even stay here longer than 10 hours because I don't have to be there until tomorrow evening. And I only have, what did I say? 9 to 10 hours to go. I could stay here till lunch if I wanted to. Leave after, maybe just before lunch. We'll figure it out in the morning. See how I feel. I get to sleep in a little bit though, so that's good. I'll see you tomorrow anytime after 4 a.m. Central Time. If you guys are new and you enjoyed the vlog, don't forget, hit that like button and the most important, the almighty subscribe button. That way you don't miss a day. I make a new video every single day and I release it 4 a.m. Central Time here in North America. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you and start a discussion. Talk with you, see what I can do better, see what well, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you want to talk about, just go down there and type away. I'll see you tomorrow.